Hi guys, Big Rig 150 here. I want to talk to you about something that happened Monday with Nissan and their chairman, Carlos Goshn, Goshn. He got arrested on 3 counts in Japan on underreporting earnings, using investments for personal gain, and illicit use of company funds. Now, those are some serious charges. They're white-collar charges, but still they're extremely extreme charges, and Nissan's going to be reeling from this for a while. They will get through it because Nissan is one of the more durable companies. They do make a solid car, especially over in Japan. They have very good. They're one of the top automakers in Japan. But with that being said, the CEO of Nissan, I apologize for butchering the name, Hiroto Sekikawa, in a news conference on Monday, spent 7 minutes apologizing and being extremely apologetic for what this gentleman did to the company. This all came out after the whistleblower came forward and talked to the prosecutors, went to the authorities. Now, Nissan had been giving the authorities, helping the prosecutors, whatever they needed. They did not want to get sucked into this with them. Now, they did have a system in place for transparency, but unfortunately, it kind of got muddied a little bit. You know, he found a way to work around all this. Now, most likely, he had somebody on the inside to help him with this, so this is not quite over yet. There's going to be more to come out of it. Now, this will be a black eye on Nissan for a while. Their stock prices are mostly going to fall because of this, because they are now having to deal with a scandal. Now, Mr. Sekikawa, again, I apologize for butchering his name. During his news conference, he did state this: "Beyond being sorry, I feel greatly disappointed, frustrated, despaired, indignation, and resentment. I want to minimize the bewilderment and the impact on the operation and our business partners." Now, Nissan is partners with Mitsubishi and a couple of other manufacturers, but Mitsubishi's the one that I know the best. So, this is going to hurt their impact a little bit. Now, this is not the typical news I bring as usual, great uplifting stuff, but this just goes to show how anybody can take a company and destroy it, and make it suffer. Now, it's not going to make it suffer on the consumer side. It's going to hurt on the business side. Stock prices are going to go down. So going to have to cut back. You know, because when you're a CEO, you're a chairman, you're the head chairman, as Carlos Goshn was. That is your, you get paid $25-30 million a year, if not more in some cases. So I don't want this being minimized as it's small money. No, these people make $25-30 million a year. They're accustomed to making that kind of money. So they're going to feel it. They're going to keep making that money regardless. So what they're going to do is they're going to cut back on workers. They're going to cut back on production a little bit. Raise prices to make things work. At least that's how I see it. I could be wrong. They might be willing to um, cut their pocket to keep production going, keep that same production going, so that their stocks will go back up. This is a very funny time for the company because they just reported 20% loss in their income for production because production's down. If you remember a story I did last week where Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan all are seeing their market share shrink. Now, I'm not saying it's direct correlation to Mr. Goshn, but it wouldn't surprise me if he had part of the reason that they lost 20% of their income. Nissan makes a solid product. I am not a huge fan of it. I think they make some interesting looking cars like the Nissan Juke. I like the restyle they did on the Nissan Rogue and Murano. They actually made them look very aggressive. So they actually do have some very nice looking vehicles. Now, what's this going to do for you, the consumer? Probably nothing. If you still love Nissan, it's still going to be the same company. They're just going to have to be a little more rigid, and now they've opened themselves up to investigations because the CEO wants this taken care of. So if there's more to come, you will hear about it. You don't want the top of your company or your head chairman monkey around with your finances. That's why you give them such a large salary, and that's why there's also huge bonuses to keep them from doing this particular work. Guy supposedly underreported his earnings by about $80 million over the past 5 years. And that's not a huge thing, but when you're using company investments for personal use, using company expenses for your own use, those are two big ones. The underreporting, yes, it's big. You're going to see some sort of tax evasion going on at that point, and that's the sneakiness of this. People are going to say, "Oh, with capitalism, it's bad. It's bad." No, capitalism's not bad. People are greedy. Any kind of economics you put out there, socialism, communism, dictatorship, capitalism, guess what? They're all bad. There's greed. Everybody's got greed. Man's inherently greedy. It's how you deal with the greed. You need people that have some sort of moral compass to know, I'm making my money. I'm making lots of money. I don't need to be stealing from my company. I don't want to steal from my workers, because that's basically what he did. He stole from his workers. The Nissan worker is going to suffer. The consumer is not going to suffer because they're still going to get their cars. But when you hurt your workers, you hurt your company. That's unforgivable. This has probably happened numerous times. Back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, even the 80s. And it's probably happened since then also, but with social media now and the way things are with computers, it's easier to track. It's easier to hear things. And you get the right person that feels like you're doing wrong, they're going to be whistleblowers. You have whistleblowers all over. Those are the people that get hurt. They're taking a chance at losing their job, losing their livelihood, losing everything. That's almost somebody that you would want to work with, because you know they have a moral compass that's going to point them in the right direction. And I hope Nissan realizes that and keeps that whistleblower on board and works with them, because that's going to be one very important employee, if not a whole group of them. They might have all realized it. But this is Big Rick 150 signing off, wishing you all a very happy Thanksgiving. Please like, share, and I'll talk with you again real soon.